my informative speech over softball, specifically pitching. Now, despite its deceiving name, softball is anything but soft. The ball itself is made of a dense polyurethane center, which is covered in a leather or synthetic material, which is then stitched and either glued or cemented to the hard center. This creates a serious force to be reckoned with. Now, this can be thrown at the batter with speeds of up to 70 miles per hour or more, which can then be seen in the form of a bruise on the batter. But the goal of the pitcher, however, is not to hit the batter head on, but to rather outsmart the batter. Now, in my speech, I'll be talking about how you use your entire body to pitch, the different alterations each pitch is needed, and the entirely mental aspect of the art of pitching. Okay, so one must use their whole body when pitching. When you're viewing a pitcher from the outside, you may notice the giant windmill that the pitcher's arm makes, or if you're looking closely, even the stride of the pitcher's legs. But these two motions are only a few of the many that a pitcher must master in order to get the ball from point A to point B. Now, granted, every pitcher's style is unique, and they may tweak them to their own personal liking in order to help perfect their pitching. And they may utilize their strengths in different ways in order to perform at their peak level. The first thing a pitcher must do is to lean forward, and this creates the momentum that is necessary in order for a pitcher to get the ball to home plate. Making sure not to squat, they lean their upper body mass forward and then throw their arms forward. Now, the glove hand stays about 90 degrees from the body, from the side of the body. This stays put while the ball with the hand with the ball in it creates a windmill motion. Now, the back of the hand is initially facing the batter whenever you're pitching, but then rotates throughout the pitch and ends up in a different position depending on which pitch is thrown. The lead leg strides out and lands at an angle, and this can be used in different ways in order to create different motions for the pitch. The drag leg, the back leg, can't leave the ground as you're pitching, but usually ends up in a figure 4 position. Now, in addition to these two aspects of pitching, one must also use their core. This helps add strength and helps the pitcher gain speed as they're doing their motion. Now, and it also adds to their stacked arsenal of weapons that they may use against the batter. Without one piece of this puzzle, the rest of it tends to fall apart very easily. Now the pitches. Even though there are many pitches, such as a rise ball, change-up, drop ball, curveball, and fastball, I will be covering two basic ones, the change-up and the rise ball. Now, we've covered the basics of pitching, but these must be tweaked in order to perfect each of the many pitches that a pitcher may throw. There are many ways to throw each pitch, but for the purpose of this speech, I will be explaining the methods which I have used and have found to work the best for me. The change-up, the point of this pitch is to surprise the batter with a change in speed, causing the timing of their swing to be off. Now, this pitch, you want it to hit more than one plane, so as it's going towards the batter, you want it to drop off at the same time. You may do this by palming the ball, which means using your palm to cover the surface of the ball. This takes off speed, in addition to using your front leg to push back against the ground. The rise ball, the point of this pitch is to create an upward motion to make the batter's swing be unaligned with the ball. Now, you may do this by holding the seams of the ball and spinning downward in order to create an upward motion. You may also use the front leg to push up against the ground, which helps the ball go up. Now, maybe the most important part of pitching is the mentality. The pitching motion itself is a repetitive motion and is basically muscle memory. So the mentality is the thing that keeps you going through the games. The coach usually calls the pitches, but the pitcher has to provide the location, the speed, and the spin that the coach is looking for. Now, if you've ever heard the term "in their head," this applies directly to pitchers. The batters try to take advantage of the pitcher's weak mental state and then use that and feed off of that to win the game. Now, if a pitcher thinks too much, this means that they can overthink their motion and forget certain aspects of pitching which are important. If they beat the pitcher mentality, then the other team has the advantage. In order to be a good pitcher, you must move past these small little things like a good hit or a bad call on the umpire's part. And you must do these in order to win the game both physically and mentally. So all in all, talent helps shape the art of pitching, but hard work keeps it in existence. By using what I've presented today, you may better understand the position that each pitcher is in as they stand on the mound and are ready to face the next batter.